Hi guys, and welcome to my preview to Arsenal's game against Aston Villa on Sunday. And just a recap on Thursday's night's game. Obviously, we got a win away at a difficult away win against Frankfurt in a very hostile atmosphere. And it was sort of an important win for Emery, really. Due to the performances in the last 5 games, or the first 5 games of the season, he's become under real criticism in terms of his tactical decisions and his substitutions. And but I would say he shouldn't be criticised for the way the defence has played at times because they defensively there's been so many individual errors. It's unreal. For example, Watford, the first goal we all know is a shambles. Um, so we play Aston Villa, who have just been promoted back into the Premier League, and this would be one of my sides to go down. To be honest, if any Villa fans, I'm sorry, but I do feel that you are going to struggle in the Premier League. Yes, you've got Grealish, but for the first 5 games, I'd say unlike Sheffield United, who have gone to places like Chelsea and come away with points, whether it be 3 or 1. Aston Villa has struggled this season. I don't know if they actually have won one of their first 5 games of the season, but they've definitely struggled, and I think they'll struggle in this one as well. But then again, you would feel usually I would have felt like this would have been um, an easy, convincing win for Arsenal. But given to what happened against Watford, um, how we nearly messed it up in the North London derby, and how the first 5 games really, though the first 2 we won, we weren't really convincing. That I'm actually quite nervous towards the performance of this game. Yes, we might come away with 3 points, but I don't. I'm quite nervous if we're actually going to get a performance that's worthy of those 3 points. Frankfurt, the score line flattered us. It's because they went down to 10 men. After that, we made the extra man count and put 2 more past them. It was 1-0 at that point, and it was very open. And Frankfurt were, I'd say, all over us, to be honest. How they did not score 2, 3 goals is beyond me. Half of it down to Martinez. So yeah. Uh, so my approach, if Emery's going to go with a back four, I'd start the same back four as we did in Newcastle. Yes, Newcastle, I don't think posed us a lot of problems. Yes, we had a few crosses in the box by Newcastle, which were easily dealt with, to be honest. I do feel that it looked more, the shape of the defence looked, and the structure of the defence looked better than it has done when we've had David Luiz and Socrates partnering. We know that David Luiz works better in a free. So if you're going to include David Luiz in there, I think we should only do it if we're going to play 3 at the back. And actually, that's what I'd go for, because 4 at the back does not suit Kolasinac. We haven't got Tierney back yet, so we have to play Kolasinac at the minute. Otherwise, it would have been Monreal, but he's gone. So yeah, we have to play 3 at the back because Kolasinac just gets mugged as a defender. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is better further forward, and I feel with David Luiz, if we are going to play him as our main defender, he'll work better in a free, and I think he'll work better with Holding and Chambers. But then I wouldn't start, to be honest, David Luiz. I think he needs to look in the mirror and think himself through, to be honest. Is he going to start playing for this football club properly, like he was doing for Chelsea? or is he just going to end up like a nobody, or has been? Because at the minute he's just making too many mistakes, and we can't have that. There's that many mistakes that cost us fourth spot last season. We can't be doing with that this season, and we can't be doing with it. He's got to get top four this season. Like, there's no excuses. So yeah, I'd go for it at the back. And either way, if we went for the back or three at the back, no matter what shape he puts out there, is the performance. We need a convincing, good performance. I'm not going to be arrogant and say we need to thrash Aston Villa. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to do that. We just need a win, like a 3-0 win that's convincing. If we let a goal in due to an individual error, then fine. But if the rest of the game is faultless and extremely good going forward, and that's the only error from the defence, then we can live with that and we can build confidence from that. Because defensively, we have got no confidence in that defence, and I don't think the defence is very confident at all. Hence the amount of mistakes it's making. And I think it's also important for Emery because he's getting an increasing amount of critics, and he needs to sort of shut them up now before it gets any worse, because that's the last thing Arsenal need right now, especially after being so positive after the transfer window, being so positive right at the start of the season where we thought that was it. We're gonna kick on. We're gonna get top four, right, and show the rest of the footballing world that Arsenal are now on the right path and are going forward and improving, not an embarrassment. So yeah, so my predicted lineup, out of either going forward at the back or three at the back, I explained I'll go three. Due to the fullback situation we have, especially on the left hand side. So I would rather go three at the back because then it suits both the defender's game and Kolasinac and Maitland-Niles' game as well. So my lineup would be Bernd Leno in goal. Obviously, number one goalkeeper comes back into the side. Martinez did nothing wrong in that Frankfurt game. It's just the way it works. He is our number one goalkeeper for a reason. Rob Holding, we need him back in the side. We need him back in the side, carrying out the ball from the goalkeeper, because we can clearly see against Watford, the defenders we've got at the minute there cannot get the ball, being confident and controlled on the ball, even in being able to take the pressure of strikers pressing and be able to play it out like Rob Holding. Simple as that. Then I want to see Chambers and Socrates with him. Chambers for it, definitely, because he's done nothing wrong. I didn't think he did anything wrong against Newcastle, and I would feel, if I was Chambers, I feel a little bit aggrieved that the fact you were dropped immediately for the next game, which was, I believe, against Burnley. So yeah, and then Socrates alongside him. Maitland-Niles at white wing back, obvious choice at the minute. Bellerin's not quite there. Bellerin and Tierney are supposed to be playing in the under 23s tonight. This recording's on Friday night, sorry. So yeah, they're playing in the under 23s. They should do a full 90. If they can do a full 90 in the under 23s, then I don't think there'll be any problems with them coming back into the side for the next game, which I believe is Man United away, which would be a big game. And we need every big player available for that game, especially the way with Man United are at the minute. I do feel we can go there and get a win. If we can have everyone back in the side, we should be able to go there and get a point or 3 points at least. I would love to go to Old Trafford and get 3 points this time, right? Because I don't think they're much better than what they were last season with Mourinho. Yes, they've improved in areas, but they're not having the best of time. They only won 1-0 against Astana last night. So, on Thursday night, sorry. So, you can clearly see they're not confident. I mean, they lost against Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. So, yeah, the potential's there to quite easily go there and get 3 points. Not saying I'm overconfident on it, but I'm definitely confident. And I definitely do feel we can get something out of the game. So yeah, in front of so in the middle, I'd have Torreira and Matteo Guendouzi. Torreira didn't have the best of games, I believe, but I know he works well with Guendouzi, who's always his performances have been outstanding so far at the start of this season. I mean, Spurs, he was absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I feel that would work better. I think Granit Xhaka needs to go look himself in the fucking mirror. I no doubt Memory will probably play him because he's a fucking captain. He's no captain of mine. Not for my football club. No way. I'll never accept him as a captain for Arsenal Football Club. End of story. I don't care if people sing his praises. I'd be fucking surprised if there are any. But he's no Arsenal captain. And if any people on Twitter start want to comparing like they did with Koscielny to fucking Adams and Vieira as captains, right, go fuck yourselves. Because you clearly didn't watch fucking Adams and fucking Vieira properly. I watched them at fucking when I was about 6, 7 years old. Even I knew at that age and understood at that age how good they were. They were phenomenal. So if you can't see the difference between Koscielny and Xhaka to the difference of Vieira and Adams, you're supporting the wrong fucking football club. You're supporting the wrong sport. You clearly know nothing about football. So yeah, on the right, Mesut Ozil. I feel yes. He was arrested. I don't even think he flown to Frankfurt, so he should have no excuses to be able to control this game and put in a performance. And I know that he probably will, and people start singing his name. But it's like the Spurs game. Where was he? Right, Watford away actually. Where was he? He started that game. Where the fuck was he? I mean, fuck's sake, right? We'll say that he performs against little teams, but then again, he didn't even perform against the team that's the bottom of the table. And if he can't do that, what chance he got of performing against fucking Villa? He's fucking lucky I'm putting him in the team, to be honest, right? But I feel that with Dani Ceballos playing on Thursday, that I feel that Ozil will play, and he should have no excuses of being able to run rings around Villa. He really shouldn't. If he has got an excuse, and like if Villa manage to control him, then we should never pay 42 million for him. He shouldn't be on the money he's earning. Especially when Aubameyang and Pepe and all these other players earn less. So yeah, and talking of Pepe, I put him on the left. Again, another opportunity to get a goal. This is only game 6 in the Premier League, right? Like I said last time, to be patient. It took Henry 9 games. It took Bergkamp 9 games, 8 games. So give it time. Once he gets his goal, no matter if it's the worst goal possible and it's the most shittiest goal on planet Earth, if he gets that goal, he will light this Premier League up. He will take this Premier League and do something with it. So yeah, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up front. Simple as that, really. Especially since Lacazette's injured, so we've got no choice, and he's really rising. Being the only striker we've got, he's really rising to the problems we have in terms of Lacazette being out. He's really making the most of it. So keep it up. So there, this what I'd have on the bench: Martinez, standard; Louise, Ceballos, Nelson, Willock, and I'll put Saka on there. His performance against Frankfurt deserves at least to be on the bench against Villa. End of story. And maybe we should start playing some of these youngsters because they really perform well against a very difficult atmosphere, a very difficult side. So yeah, and then Xhaka on the bench as well. So yeah, that's my preview. That's my predicted lineup. Let me know in the comments below if you believe, if you agree or disagree. Let me know your thoughts towards this game. Are you confident, or are you, like myself, very nervous about what could happen on Sunday? So, yeah, leave it all in the comments below. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.